on this episode of Based After Dark.
Yeah, actually, because podcasting is like in my bio, basically in the dating apps. So the first thing,
dude, I've ate the most heinous things in the bed before. Bro. I've had like a gallon of shot, dude.
He's eating Nature Valley granola bars in his bed, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I'd be like, is that how you were baptized? And they'd be like, no. And I'm like, so do you want to go to hell or do you want to get baptized like Jesus? And then I sit there in silence.
Fuck you, dude.
it works.
Based After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Base After Dark Season 2, Episode 40, the Big 40. And today we have a beautiful cast for you. We have Mr. Tasty live from Kick, YouTube, Twitch, etc. Mr. T, Papa Slice, the Krylax, and the Godfather of RuneScape podcasting. Coming like our, he's like our uncle who comes to visit us every now and then. That is Mr. Saeder. How we doing, guys? Also, before we get into this, shout out to all of our patrons. We're currently at 218. Soaring close, moving towards 300 surely by the end of the month. Probably not, but that is okay. We appreciate you guys. And also, if you want merch, if you want good clothing, check it out. It is linked down below. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
I'm doing great. Beautiful. Thanks for having me on again.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Saeder was a surprise today. I didn't.
Yeah, no, this is like
Saeder
a few days. Just a few days.
Okay, so this is kind of like it's like a little present. I didn't. He just.
It is a little present.
It's all Saint Tits now. It's like all Saint Tits doing everything now.
I didn't want to say that I didn't know. I didn't want to say that I didn't know because that's like such a bad podcast host thing to do. But like, I
had no
Twitch
fucking dream.
Dude, I opened up Twitch today and I was like, oh sweet, Saeder's live, and I was like, sup, Saeder? He's like, soaked to me on the podcast tonight, and I was like, what? Hell yeah, I didn't know.
We're sitting here, and Tasty comes in. He's like, "Yeah, what's up, guys?" It's like he was like at the locker at work. He's like, "Yeah, what's up, guys?" And then he's like, "Oh, Saeder, what's up, man?
Bro.
How you doing, bro?"
You're back.
It's like when you get to work with your favorite coworker, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really.
The guy from the other department, he got transferred.
Yeah, real, dude, real. Well, dude, thank you for coming on, Saeder, dude. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's always a pleasure.
It is good to see you. Last week, I strategically missed last week. We had a full lineup last week. We had Zoe and Nine Rain on the same podcast. That was an excellent podcast. So I actually listened to it. Also, Asterix was pretty cool too. I listened to like over an hour of it. Guys, it was outstanding. But we're not going to see them again for another month. So now you got me. I'm here. I think this is the first time I've been on the podcast in a couple of weeks without fighting illness too. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling up. The intro felt clean.
I have never met two human beings who have worse immune systems than Prison Joe and Tasty Life from YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. No, in my defense, dude,
it's all Behemoth.
It's the worst.
Behemoth that's making them sick.
I get sick only after a week-long bender with you guys and no sleep, dude. If I get my 9 hours, that's because my immune system is worse. I'll agree. All right, but if I get my 9 hours, I'm invincible, dude. I'm literally
You're 9 hours.
Bro.
I
will say Max's is worse than mine. My issue is when I start to feel sick, I refuse to lay down. I will fight till the death. Like I will get on this computer if I'm literally near death. I can't stop because I know like there's so like literally that's what happened to me is I got sick. I pushed through it. I kept streaming. I kept doing my normal things. I was just going to the gym still as well. And then I got a double ear infection. And the doctor's like, that's when I went to go see him. He was like, well, what were you doing? I was like, well, I was streaming. He was like, you're wearing headphones and playing loud music? Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, what do you think was going to happen? I was like, I mean, you're probably right. But so I kind of stabbed myself with that one. But I'm
not going to lie. I wouldn't think I'd get an ear infection off that. Like, I wouldn't think that either.
It wasn't from the music, was it?
Well, he said that definitely contributed to it because I was like,
techno was just so fucking bad that shit you've been listening to.
Yeah, like he was like, he asked me, he was like, after you, because I got a sinus infection, and then he was like, well, did you rest? And I was like, no, I kept doing what I was doing. And then he asked me like what I had been doing. I'm like, yeah, I've been sitting in the same place, listening to loud music for 4, 5, 6 hours straight. And he's like, yeah, that probably is what led you to getting 2 ear infections in both ears. So, but we're back.
Okay,
I'm feeling good, feeling strong.
I only got sick twice this year. I'm going to continue. I'm not defensive. I'm not defending myself. I'm not defensive.
It's right? 3 months in, dude.
I got sick twice. One was because of Vegas, and the next one was food poisoning. That could have happened to any of you guys. All right?
That did happen to me.
That did happen.
Well, you can't
I
count.
remember
Vegas
that. That was
wasn't
rough.
this year. What about this? So far
No.
this year, that's the first
me and
time
Tim
I've
Papa
gotten
and
sick.
like Jake and all went to Vegas in January. We had like a little tiny.
Yeah, me and T
Yeah.
Papa went to the Raiders game, and then everyone else came, basically.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Which we love to have them, and we ate a bunch of good
Yeah,
food.
true. I was
that was good.
easily convinced, dude. I was like,
No, I
about that
remember
Vegas
that because it's felt like since like Las Vegas TwitchCon, every time it's like every few weeks I talk to Tasty, he's like coughing, he's like on the edge of death. Like maybe he's like I feel like he's been hanging out with Hamzy too much. Maybe like he's contracting what Hamzy has, where they're just just getting close.
habitual death.
Yeah, I mean I'm not sure, but
MC has a
you know,
kryptonite. We just haven't found it yet.
there's
he
something.
said he was
I don't think he
was
does, dude.
retiring to weekend drinker after Ramadan, and I'm pretty sure that's like I think Ramadan's ending soon if it hasn't already ended. I'm not positive.
My
I
favorite
think
is
this
when
is
he
the
was
last
like,
day, I think.
when he sat down and he told us like, "Oh yeah, I'm sober. I've been sober for this long," and all of us like kind of paused and we're like,
I
"Oh,
thought
that's
that was
good,
because
man. Like you're taking care of it." And he's like, "No, it's just for Ramadan." I'm like, what the
It's just
fuck?
for Ramadan, dude. Yeah, I did listen to that cast with you and Hamzy and like Sasha and all them. One of the only episodes of our podcast I've ever actually listened to. It was out. It was pretty good, dude. It was pretty good.
Sasha was the vibe for sure. I would definitely I'd definitely have Sasha on again. I think the people liked it. That had a lot of views on it. Good episode. So I think most of those were for her, but that's okay. You know, we like that. That's fine.
No way.
I was away for a week. I have a story. Okay, bringing a IRL story to the table. I had one of the most uncomfortable things happen to me at the gym I think has ever happened to me. Very.
Been waiting for this story, dude. Been waiting for this.
I don't know if like.
Question 1: did you get groped?
I did not get groped. I did not get touched,
Okay.
but I had body parts very close to me that was concerning. So I was on the quad extension. Most of you know what that is. The seated machine where you're focusing on the quads. You know, you're extending out. You know, coming down the negative real slow. Great for the quads. Solid exercise. In front of this machine is like this huge. I guess you say like mat where people do like stretching and stuff. There's also like some kettlebells and stuff if you want to mess around with that. I work out at a very small Anytime Fitness. I love it. It's 24/7. It's also they're closed one day a year. That's why I really love it. That's fucking sick. Because like
What
I'm sure
day?
we've all been. What's that?
What day is it?
New Year's probably.
It's Christmas. They only close on Christmas Day.
Okay,
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That's the only day they close. And I love it, dude. It's sick. There's been so many times, like I'm sure you can remember, if you go to the gym, there's always that time where you get just jacked up on pre-workout and you forget the gym is closed for XYZ reason, and you show up and you're just fucking scratching your face off in the parking lot. This place, that never happens. Love it. But this girl, so mind you, like I said, very small gym. There was barely anybody there. It was like early in the day on a weekday, right? Because most people were working, so there was not many people there. This girl comes in. She's a nice lady. I think she's half Asian. She's pretty girl. She's cute. Nice body. Caked up. I'm talking. There's lot
You're
going on
glazing
back
the shit
there.
out of this girl, dude. You're glazing the
Dude,
fuck out
there's
of
a
this
lot
girl.
going on back there, and I got an in-depth look because I was sitting there on the quad extension, and let me tell you, dude, like this mat is very big. So, and the quad extension machine is all the way to the left of it. It's like barely overhanging it. So she comes in, she like walks around a little bit, puts her stuff down. Like I'm zoned in. I'm a psycho at the gym. I got headphones on, eyes forward. I'm thinking about people killing my family. Like I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get up for the gym. It's hard these days. It's been a long fucking. I'm getting old. I gotta think about some crazy shit to get up for the gym these days. I gotta think about them killing T Papa, someone kidnapping Tasty in front of me. Like I gotta get angry. I gotta get into it.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm in this mindset. And this girl, she comes up. And like I said, she put her stuff down, and then all of a sudden, she walks all the way to the left, where she's dead in front of me. And I'm like, okay. And then she backs up all the way to me. I'm talking maybe 5 feet in front of me, 4 or 5 feet. Like I could reach out and grab her. If I leaned all the way forward and reached my long ass arm out there, I could have touched her.
And you're the only two in the gym.
She bends over, grabs to stretch. She bends over, grabs both of her ankles. And is looking back at me between her legs, and I'm just sitting there,
Like,
and I'm yeah. So I just finished my set, so I'm like looking to the left and the right, like I'm resting, and she's doing this in front of me, and as I like scan back, we make that quick eye contact. So fuck, and I'm just like trying my hardest to not look I have this fat ass that's bent over in front of me, and yeah, it's just extremely awkward. And she holds this pose for like a whole minute, and I'm telling you, she's like 4 feet in front of me, and I'm thinking. The content creator in me first goes, am I being filmed right now? Like, is this for a fucking prank? Is this for a TikTok?
Dude,
is this for a YouTube short? That's immediately
that's banger content.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's immediately where my mind went. I was like, okay, like someone's 100% fucking with me. I'm like, I'm trying to like use that looking around like I'm resting time. It's like I'm looking for a camera. I'm looking for the cameraman. I don't see one. There's not a cameraman in sight. I'm like, there's no way this is happening right now. So and then after that, she stands up. And she's like shaking her like hair and like shaking her arms out and just like shaking her ass back and forth in front of me. And I'm like, what the dude, there's nobody. There's nobody here. It's just me and her. Yes, dude. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should do like big
bro,
dog.
She was trying to tell you what to do, bro.
I don't know. Like,
yeah,
what, I'm not sure. I don't know. And then okay, so then she walks forward, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck that was. Maybe she didn't see me. You know, maybe she didn't see me. And then so she walks forward.
Okay.
And then she walks back again, backs up, and goes downward dog right in front of me again to stretch again. And at that point, I just got up. I got up and just.
You didn't say a word to her?
I did not. I just got up. I just got out of there. I was not interested, bro. I was trying to work out. I swear to you, dude. I just got up and I got out of there, bro.
You should have called her a whore.
That's fucking insane, dude.
I swear to you, dude. Like,
no,
this
I mean,
sounds like a made-up scripted story, but I swear this happened. Like, I swear.
I don't mean flirt with her, but I just mean like, you didn't say anything like alone. I would have said, "Yo, what are you doing?" Like, I would just had a conversation.
It was like, dude, it was like that level of close to where it wasn't close enough to where it was like in my extreme immediate space, but dude, it was right there.
You're alone in the gym. You're alone in the gym. Like,
that's intentional. She knows she. Was she wearing like earphones or anything?
Yeah,
something like that.
She was.
You know what you should do? You should be like motion for her to take off her earphones and then be like, "Can you fucking go somewhere else, please?" Like, can you?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
What
Something
the
like
hell,
that.
dude?
So
like,
I told my stream about it, and yeah, like some people were like, "You should hit her with the big dog, big dog." Like went into like that. You should
oh my god!
Yo, I want cake like that one day.
Someone said you should have started screaming you were gay. I was like, well, that's pretty good too. I just screaming,
yeah, or be
gay,
like,
I'm gay, and just see what happens. But I don't know, man.
Can you get out of my personal space, please?
It was yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't go to the gym to meet ladies. Like if I'm looking for that, I'd do something else.
That's the worst place to meet women, dude. If a girl did that to me in the gym, like I would be exercising like this. Like my eyes would just be out here.
That's what I did, bro. Because I was like, dude, there's some fucking scum cameraman, bro. He's in the parking lot somewhere. I bet he's got a fucking extendo Nikon, bro. He's fucking guy. He thinks he's got me, bro. No, he doesn't. I'm not biting on this. Yeah, I'm not biting on this. Fuck this guy. Dude, I was confused. I was scared. Yeah, I just was paranoid. I got out of there, bro. I just, disengaged. I got out.
If it was a crowded gym, I would absolutely pay her no mind. But if we're alone in the fucking gym and that's what scared me. I would have to fuck with her at least a little bit. Like I'd give you some content. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, hello.
I mean, yeah. And that was the thing too. Is like I saw the girl. Like that ass was fat. There's no other way to put it. It just was. And it's just like that's why I was so paranoid too. I was like, dude, this has to be a prank. Like something. This has to be.
If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Type.
Yeah,
deal.
dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was.
I'm sorry that you were harassed like that in the gym. I mean, that's such a common. I'm so sorry.
Dude, imagine she was on the quad extension and you were in front of her, just like.
That's what I said, dude. One of my fucking sweaty taint was moving towards her, bro. She wouldn't like that shit, would she? No, she'd be fucking calling the police. I need Joey Swole to protect me. I need to send him this evidence, bro.
Dude, yeah. Shout out Joey Swole, dude.
Dude, he is hilarious. I don't know if you guys, if you're listening, you know who Joey Swole is. He's the protector of the gym bros. Like he's the anti, like he fucking just absolutely dogs people who like film in the gym and act like they own it, which honestly is valid though. Like he's doing a good thing. Like,
I see Joey Swole videos. That's like, I don't got a lot of gym TikToks going on or gym shorts, but I got Joey Swole on my shit, dude. I love watching that stuff.
He's pretty valid, dude.
It's just good. It's good human interaction drama. I'm like, ooh, what assholes at the gym today?
There's some insane people that film themselves at the gym, but yeah, dude, I know that was long and drawn out, but it actually happened. I literally messaged in my Discord when it happened. I was like, dude, something just crazy happened to me. I don't know what to do.
Dude, you should have just sneakily recorded it happening, bro. Since she wasn't facing you. That would have been so funny. Pull out your phone
like that, dude, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That's what I say too. Like, if you are a girl and that's your way that you want me to get you to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you anyway, I don't think. I think I'm good. You know?
That's too much. That's too forward.
Yeah, like if that is like your... Yeah.
It depends on the location and context, but in the gym, sure, I understand.
What would she have to do?
What other contexts are they gonna do that?
What other contexts is a girl gonna back up and like?
Dude, she could have literally just said, "What's up?" Like she just made some conversation. Like even though I go to the gym purely just to work out, like if she just would have been like, "Yeah, what's up?" Like, yeah, I wouldn't know how to talk to her. I'll just say, "What's up?"
Yeah, but you have your headphones in. You're like zoned in. So like, how is she's supposed to just like?
Maybe that was it. Oh, he's got his headphones on. I'm going to put my pussy 5 feet from his face. This will get his attention. I don't know, man.
Contact.
Maybe that's what she thought.
I mean,
maybe
it technically did. It worked.
It definitely
did. It did get your attention.
It did get my attention.
It would have been funny if you busted out like a heat temperature gun. You know, that like.
Tyler, what the fuck, man?
I'm just saying.
It's like, damn, that ass has
COVID, I make this
bro.
funnier, you know, I think a heat temperature gun.
You've had the worst advice so far. You said you should have called her a whore, and I should have pulled out a heat temperature gun.
He's the only one that's married.
Women aren't real, bro. It's
This is why you say shit like this. You're just married. It doesn't matter to you. There's no laws. My God. Saeder has the dating life for you. Has there been any developments lately?
There actually has. I actually have a date coming up.
Oh,
First time in a long time. Yeah.
Let's go.
An actual date. We're gonna go watch Civil War, the A24 movie.
Oh, shit.
I literally just heard of it yesterday. I heard of it yesterday.
Wait, what is that? What is
Yeah, no, I saw the...
It has Todd from Breaking Bad in it.
Future Civil War.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, it has Todd in it, so like you know it's gonna be good. Like the dude's a psychopath.
Okay.
I'm sure he's a psychopath in real life too, probably.
How'd you meet her?
So well, she's actually from my high school, which is kind of crazy.
Ooh,
and so she was 2 years younger than me in high school. Now, of course, it's been like 11 years since then. So, I don't think I ever talked to her once. I probably saw her in the halls. But
she is the perfect candidate to call you daddy. You know?
Yeah.
What it sound like, man.
We'll see though, because I think she knew my sister even, which is weird. So I haven't even.
That's
told my
a
sister
W
yet,
for you if she likes your sister.
True.
Yeah, I don't know if they were really friends, but she knows of her at least. So
okay, so we all know that dating for content creators is a bit tricky and strange. Does she know what you do? Have you talked about that? Have you broke that threshold?
Yeah, actually, because podcasting is like in my bio, basically in the dating apps. So the first thing, it's just podcasting, so she
is from a dating app.
Yeah, she's from Hinge.
Okay, let's be honest though. How turned on do you think a girl's gonna be if she pulls on your podcast and she sees Addy Con and Bold Goat Caribbean talking to you?
Dude,
you know what I mean?
But that's
absolutely so.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, it is brutal, and like that's in the back of my mind. But I'm honestly just like, dude, if she's the one, like.
Yeah, you're so right.
I just have to be like, I just have to like be open with everything. So I'm like very open. There was actually this really cute chick who only messaged. She only matched with me because she saw a picture of me in Vegas at TwitchCon, and she apparently was at TwitchCon too. And this chick is like really like she's hot. And so I knew like either this is a bot, or like there's no way we match. Like there's no shot we match. And she was like 23.
Hey, don't tell yourself sure you're attractive.
And she messaged me first, which never happens. It's always usually like me that has to like start up things.
A lot of red flags coming out. What's going on?
She messaged me and she's like, she messaged me like 3 different messages within an hour because I just didn't respond. And so I was like, what is going on? And so, she just basically wanted to know like what my Twitch handle was because she saw that there was a picture of me at TwitchCon, and she apparently was like dating some big YouTuber or something like that. Yeah. And so she was just there. She's not even a content creator, but as soon as she got all the info, she just like stopped messaging. I was like, yeah, great. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected.
But she's on a dating app, dating some big YouTuber to.
No, she was dating a YouTuber.
Like, but you met her on the dating app, right?
Yeah. After TwitchCon.
So she found out that like you do RuneScape related content, and that's what put her off. Is that what you're assuming? Is that what you're saying?
No. I think it's just because she was way out of my league. Like she was actually like
she was just interested. She just wanted.
She wanted to know. She just wanted subs first, essentially.
That she could have been sniffing around, seeing, you know.
She definitely did. Like she saw the 20. It's not even the 20K YouTube sub. And she's like, oh Jesus Christ, this guy's a loser.
She saw the purple, the partner badge, and she was like, maybe.
Like, no. She did see the partner badge because it was the picture with Ayuza and Sween.
Yeah, I mean, we talked like Noble about that. That gets you in the door, but also gets you kicked out, fast as well. If you're,
yeah,
it's a possibility.
But this other chick like didn't know anything about it, and she's from my high school, and so we started like connecting, and it was like the first time on a dating app where the messaging wasn't just every 3 to 4 hours. You're just like, "What's up?" 3 to 4 hours later, not much. How are you? 3 to 4 hours later, like 2 days later, you're just messaging.
Can I ask you a question about that before you continue?
That shit is soul shattering.
So with dating apps, like I've not used them in a long time, but when I did use them, I just felt like every time I would just message a girl, we'd have this small conversation, and then I'd never message them again. Not because I didn't want to, just because I get busy with whatever, and you just kind of forget about it, and then it just feels weird to come back to. Like I feel like that was happening to me all the time. Like this is a long time ago. This is back when they just had Tinder. I think it's one thing they had.
That's fair. Like, and I understand that if because there actually have been a couple times where I do have several matches, and 3 of, let's just say there's 4. 3 of them I'm just actually not even that interested in, and then the 4th I am interested in. So like the other 3 I'm just kind of like ignoring. So I understand that, and it's like
that's how it is for girls, but like 30,000.
So I totally understand like what's going on, and just because I have a very minor like version of that. So, but now this girl is pretty cool, but like we'll just see, because I just. Yeah. She's been messaging me a lot, and so I'm like, okay, I think she's more interested in this than I am, which is cool. Like, it's cool because I kind of have like that, like I don't know, it gives you more confidence to just be yourself.
100%.
What's the initial thought though? Like, when you see, like, you've seen photos of her also, did you feel like attracted strongly, or is it just kind of like we'll see where it goes?
Yeah, like she's attractive, but I don't know if she's really my type. And the other thing is, like, she was dating this guy, ironically, still from my high school. I didn't know him at all, though. He was a year older than me, and I was only at that high school for my senior year. So I just have no idea, like, anybody older than me there. But apparently he was, like, a total asshole, and, like, everybody knew he was an asshole, like, even in, like, high school and stuff. And so they had, like,
she likes assholes, you think?
Yeah,
a lot of girls do.
That's kind of the.
A lot of
I'm
girls
like,
do.
but the thing is, we've talked, and like, I'm just completely myself. I'm usually like really respectful and just like understanding, and I don't try to like hide that at all. And I think she has like warmed up to it, because I think she just wants something like complete opposite of that in a way. So that's kind of nice. Like she dealt with the asshole side for like 5 years, and so she's like kind of transitioning to like
hold on.
normal.
I think did she have a bad relationship with her father? Do you know that yet?
No,
you should ask her. You should
hopefully,
dude, because it'll come out, bro. Hold on, let me just protect yourself, because I had a situation last Hinge girl I got involved with, and it was similar to your situation. I didn't know her from high school or anything, but she was hot. She was German. She loved everything I loved, and we shared this time together. And then out of nowhere, she just disappeared, bro. Just into
what do you mean,
the
like
ether.
Ghosted you or what?
Like, no, dude. Have I not showed you this before?
I don't think so. I remember.
I've never heard about this.
Yeah, so we had planned a bunch of shows together, bought tickets to things. We texted like pretty much every day. I was considering dating her. She lived like 45 minutes from me, which is the closest a girl I've been messing with has been to me in a while. So I was like, dope. And we were hanging out, and then all of a sudden I texted her because my ticket for the show we were going to arrived, and she never responded to it. And then 3 days went by, and she just never texted me ever again. Just completely out of nowhere.
You did.
I told you. I did tell you.
A long
yeah.
time ago.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So it's crazy, dude. Some people are like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but she's pretty down to earth, and we'll see. Because the main thing is like I just need like experience, and so this is almost like I'm not even expecting any like real, anything to really happen. But I am excited for an actual date where like.
No, that's sick, dude. I'm so happy for you.
Oh yeah,
that's so cool.
That's awesome.
Let's fucking go.
So how long you been on the last
like you were on?
And you had mentioned as well. I never covered this, but you mentioned about like the podcast thing. Like she does know about it. And she's one of those people, like self-admittedly, she said, like, I stalk people, like when I find them online, like I want to like search everything about them.
Fair.
So I just like I linked her to the Spotify saving cast.
I wonder what she thought about your 2-week revisit of Varlamore Ramble, dude. Did she have opinions on that?
I watched that whole video.
You should listen to that in the car on the way.
Did you actually watch?
I'm in the car right now and I had to pull over.
I have such imposter syndrome that like I uploaded, like I literally recorded that like 9-minute video. I was like, this is garbage. Like this is actual garbage content, but I'm just gonna publish it anyway because like I'm so in my head. But then I get a bunch of positive feedback and like the like ratio is great, and I'm like. People just want to hear. I feel like in my head, like as a creator, I have to get out. I have to get out of like that headspace of like super analyzing everything I say, and I just have to upload stuff and people. Because the thing is, with every other creator I watch, I don't give a fuck about what's going on in the back of their mind. Like I'm just watching their content, and most of the time, I'm not even like actually focused on it. I'm just like,
This is true because I feel like YouTube or like RuneScape related YouTube content and second monitor content, like most of it. Most people
especially
throw it up while they're
for sure.
Yeah. They just because, dude, I listen your rambles you do when I take a shower as I listen to them.
Oh my god, no, dude, that's Prison Joe, and I'm in the shower, dude. Chuck on what's PJ done this week? You know, you can check it out.
I fucking throw up like you or whatever podcast and just like I'm like maybe 70% invested, but I'm listening. Like it's just kind of there. Yeah. Like sometimes certain things will like perk me up and I'll actually listen, and then I just kind of go back. I don't know, it's weird.
That's me. Yeah, that's me too.
It's so just that's how it goes.
That's funny. It's been years and I still have that.
With the dating, is this like your first like actual date since you like have put yourself back out there to date again, or this is like the first one, or have you had?
This is gonna be basically the first actual date. Like I set up another date like last summer. But like it just kind of like fell through. Like it could have happened, but I feel like she wasn't really feeling it. I could kind of sense that, and I'm like, this is just.
Well, just knowing you, I feel like this is big for you because I feel like you getting to this point is a lot. Like it's a lot for you.
It is.
Just from what I know about you.
That's why. That's good.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
And like T-Pop is the only person that probably truly understands the Mormon dating culture. It's so different than real life. Like it's so different. And so I'm like trying to learn this kind of stuff.
That's why I'm always so intrigued. I always ask these guys so many questions because it is a different they live a different
universe
life than me. Yeah,
it's a different universe.
Yeah. I guess your version of it's way more simple than what we got to deal with.
Is it Mormon?
Oh yeah, no. How I did it was as simple as it could have been, dude. Like it was so.
And that's what I could have had. I chose not to.
Hoops to jump through, bro.
Is a Mormon date is there like a lot of pressure on it because like that's supposed to be?
My little brother currently like he's like still in the church and he's like at Mormon school, and it's just so odd thinking about it, especially outside because like for you, Seth, Jake, Max, like you guys just don't even know like what it is, but like you aren't even allowed to live with each other before you're married. Like you're literally not, so you don't know the person.
Yeah, what if you just hate each other?
Exactly, that's what happens. But then you're locked in.
That's for God to solve it. That's his problem.
No, literally. So I, like my younger brother is dating a girl now, and he doesn't really actually know her because they just hang out every day. Just like, okay, like we'll just hang out at your apartment. We'll hang out at, their apartment's like 4 other girls, 4 other guys there, so just like a college dorm sort of thing. And then you get engaged, and then you're married, and that's just it. And you've never had sex, and you've never like done anything.
Jesus,
it's terrifying thinking about it now. But that used to be totally normal.
He's lucky as fuck, bro.
It worked out, dude.
Yeah, it works out.
Statistically, bro, you won, dude. You did.
You won, bro.
I did.
You won.
I did good.
I feel like that's why gambling is like key at your heart because you gambled. You actually gambled, and like it's like you put money on the 00, bro, and hit it.
But
for sure.
I will say, when you're enveloped in it, and it's just every part of your life, you have no idea you're gambling. You have no idea.
You don't.
I didn't know. Like, I was like, yeah, this is totally normal. This is exactly like you don't. I was doing exactly how everyone else does it, and
worked out.
And
no, that's exactly like when I was in school, there was a girl that I could have seen myself with. I didn't know her at all, but it was like the next step is like, let's get engaged. Like basically, like obviously, I never got to that point because there was just so many other things on my mind. But
it is kind of insane though.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Like, I feel like what happens very commonly in that type of relationship is you create the idea of them in your head and you just like project
it's pure fantasy. It's pure fantasy. Yep.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, T Papa, what was your experience with this? Because you went through like the normal Mormon dating phase, but then it worked out. Like, did you have to work for that, or was it? Well,
it was really crazy. So
you have to work
so when I went to college, and he sometimes gets mad when I tell the story, but when I went, there was
I like these.
There was I just would walk around campus, and there was 3 girls that I thought were pretty, and Annie was one of them, and and I was like, well, I'm going to try to hit on these 3 people.
Wait, can I just pause you real quick?
I'm mad for Annie hearing that. Like, if I could just imagine Annie hearing that statement, I know she's fuming.
Annie's within eearshot of me right now. She 100% heard me say this. Like,
fuming right now,
no way she's not mad right now. I don't know. She gets mad every time I tell the story, dude.
No. Okay. I just need to pause you because that's literally like when you're walking, because we went to the same school. When you're walking around, all that matters literally in that culture is it's racist, but the church is racist. But be white, be a return missionary, and just don't be a fucking weirdo. Like, that's literally the only thing you need.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's all you need, insane. And then you basically have everybody open to you. Like, but you have to be a return missionary.
I had swagger. I was a return missionary, dude, and it was pretty like it was.
And you spoke
Spanish,
about as white as
you
had it unlocked. You had it unlocked.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse at this point. Like, I don't know. Like, this is like bridging as bad as like Southern Baptist Church, man.
It's pretty worse in ways.
Yeah, it is. It's like what happened. Like, I wasn't ever worried. Like it seems so scary, but anyway. So I liked these 3 girls. I hung out with. I didn't hang out. Well, I talked to one of them, and Saeder will understand this, dude. The one that I thought was cool. It
was like dude, a little bro moment.
She came home from her mission early, dude, and I was like, "Fuck that shit, dude!" Like you came home early. Like in my head, I was like, "Oh, that's a no go." Like I don't know.
I don't understand that. For a girl, I never cared.
Really,
it was always it was always if you returned home as a guy, then you were looked down on.
I just thought back to the mission and what.
Were you guys? I guess for Saeder, were you like still bought into the church?
I was bought in until my last year at school. The last year I was like, I'm having like actual serious doubts about this, but I'm still like enveloped in the culture. That it's am I just going crazy? Like, is this like I don't know.
I was never really bought in. It was always like this tool I used to get what I wanted.
That's crazy.
Base.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, because if I was into it, my parents like respected that and they would just give me anything I wanted. But if I was like a bad church kid, like I was not going to get my shit.
You were never. So were you bought into it in the mission or like?
Oh no, on the mission I was all numbers. I wanted to rise to the top and become king of the land. Like
That's my brother. That's my older brother.
You did.
He pyramid schemed it basically.
No, I wanted to ascend because there's really like there's like a corporate structure. Like I wanted to ascend the corporate structure. I wanted to be at the top. I wanted to get all the benefits and all the perks of being a good missionary. And
if you're stuck in it, might as well rise to the top and be the best. I mean,
you'd be a fantastic like Mormon executive if you didn't believe. Because you know exactly how to play the system.
Dude,
you know
like I mean? I did not care. I just knew what to say, when to say it to get people baptized, and that's what I was there to do. Like, let's get as many as possible. I want to be the coolest.
They could make some embellished movie about your story.
Did you have a sales like pitch script that you would usually go to? Do you still know it? Could you give us an example?
I can't because like mine was in so much of what I did was in Spanish. So like so many of my one-liners were in Spanish, so it's hard when I convert it over to English. But I would just be like, where I would get a lot of, because I served in Mexico, how I would get a lot of people is almost everyone in Mexico is baptized in the Catholic Church. And so I would just have them read a Bible verse that was like, you need to be baptized like Jesus. And then it was like, this is how Jesus was baptized. And they'd read it and they'd be like, I would be like, is that how you were baptized? And they'd be like, no. And I'm like, so do you want to go to hell or do you want to get baptized like Jesus? And then I sit there in silence.
Fuck you, dude.
It works.
Holy shit.
Like, and the thing is,
sales pitched the baptism.
I can totally imagine right now as well. Like there's no smile on Tyler's face either. It's just pure real. Like this is real.
And I will sit there. Like that's where I got really good at silence, because I would just sit. I would say this in front of families, dude, and I would just sit there in silence until somebody fucking caved, dude. I wasn't talking next. Like you asked the
Jordan Belfort
just sit there like you wouldn't leave. You just
crazy.
That exact point reminds me of a time in college that I don't know if you remember this, Saintis. We were like basically kind of forced to go listen to this like super Southern Baptist preacher like give us like it was before a football game. It was before it's like a day before a football game, and he wanted to speak to us. And I remember he just starts like it's that extreme ultimatum. He like went on this, he was like real nice, on this super long tangent about like, you can do this. He's like talking about all these good charitable things. And then he was like, you can do all these things, but he's like, if you don't accept Jesus in your heart, you're going to hell. And then he just like fucking went full, like just fucking, it went like all the way to the roof. I remember like my friend Corey looked at me, he's like, what the fuck did you just say? I just like, it was intense as fuck. Just like,
that is a full
just like
lulled
them in, it like lulled us in, and then just went full like to that ultimatum, like you're going to burn if you don't accept this.
That's the area of the country my dad's family is from, and they're like that. I used to just always like going to the black churches because they could sing like amazing, and I love their songs, so that made it cool for me when I was a kid. So
yeah,
but other than that, yeah, they're harsh and they'll like whip you for anything. They're like
I had to finish the story of how Annie won, or else she'd be mad. But
go.
Okay. So then I found out one of them, she got sent home early, and I was like, or she came home early, and I was like, all right, she's a quitter, can't have that. And then I don't know, the other girl was just lame. And then I don't know, I met Annie. I literally was like, that's the one. And I not that I watched her, that sounds really weird, but like I would always pass her on certain days, and I'd be like, that's the hot one, that's the one I want. And then
crazy.
I taught a class. Like we were in the same apartment building, and I taught a class to the apartment building for prospective missionaries. And she walked in, and I was like, I looked at my boy Cameron, and I told him, and I'm like, dude, we're crafting every single class around getting this girl to like me. And like we did it, we drew it up. Yeah, dude, we were pretty inseparable. That's how I wasn't worried with Annie, because like from the second we started like hanging out, we were inseparable till we got married. Like it was.
Is that the thing though? You're like walking through like the square, the forum in college with your boys. You see your girl, you're like, that's the one I want. Like it's like a little pack of girls.
I wasn't with my boys, but
there.
I went back and I told them, yeah,
that's the one I want right there. That one.
It's like pick a partner at the school, you know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's only within the confines of the school that you're at that you would.
That school was crazy. It was so crazy.
In the mission, obviously there's the hierarchy of like getting to the top, but like did you have that kind of desire after the mission, or did you just stop caring? And when did you stop caring?
Oh yeah, I just didn't. When I came back home from the mission, it was like the rules at BYU Idaho felt more strict than the rules on the mission. Yep. And I just wanted nothing to do with the church after that. I was like, I had people like ratting on me for getting home late. And like that was the beginning of the end for me with the Mormons, because I just like
it's so bad. It is so bad.
It was like it felt like you're prison at times, and I'm like
you're literally treated like a 12-year-old there.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, so that was the beginning of the end, and that's when I just stopped caring about like then I just like I didn't want to raise that hierarchy. Like I was now out of my parents' house, so it's not like being a good Mormon boy was gonna get me anything, you know. So it was yeah, it was the end.
It's so different to my perspective, but I understand your perspective because it's literally my older brother. Like, it just reminds me of, he only saw it as like, I could be in this for advantages, basically.
Yeah.
I had that in the Catholic school I went to for high school, which T-Papa also knows because we lived in the same city at the time. But yeah, it's kind of a similar thing. You're not forced into it at the school because they recruited so many sports players, but they were serious about it, and it was just easier to just go along with it, like whatever, you know.
Yeah, now I stand my ground with my parents and other people now. Like I'll say some crazy. I'll be like, yeah, that's, you know, I'll say stuff, but I try to avoid conflict.
Yeah, it's never worth it because
yeah.
I have a question for Saeder and T Papa, because I went down a rabbit hole on like Mormon belief systems the other night, and it's crazy. Do you guys know the end game of Mormonism, like the afterlife and what happens?
I mean, I do, yeah.
Everything, yeah.
Is it true that like it's like a 10-step program to eventually becoming your own god, having your own earth where you have multiple god wives and you populate?
I thought that was Scientology.
No,
that's Mormonism.
I've never heard like 10-step, but like, yeah, you have the idea.
Yeah.
That's the
that's the concept.
That's the whole purpose of being a Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint Mormon, is the one point in period of time you're your own god with multiple god wives, and like you have your own planet. It like
infinite wives technically. You can just have infinite. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really and the really odd thing is that like they also believe that like God, like our God is in the same like infinite loop that we are, basically. So
yeah.
Like it's just like, so where did this even start? Basically, is the question.
Who's the first god?
Exactly,
like the god.
Well,
you know?
then that's the other thing. Like they have this weird thing where it's almost like sacrilegious to even talk about like who's the god of God. Like we don't talk about that. It's like why? Like why not?
It makes it seem, it makes it fall apart. That's why.
Yeah.
No, it is not divide by zero. Okay.
It's really. It's strange, but the thing is, like when you grow up in it, when you're born into it and you're just drilled into you just repeatedly.
Oh, of course.
Like you're kind of just expecting, like, okay, like everything's gonna work out. I'm gonna have like infinite, like galactic sex after this. Like everything's fine.
Well, that sounds kind of sick.
Yeah,
actually.
dude, that's way cooler than what they're fucking.
No,
imagine them explaining that.
Listen, in Mormon defense, that's a lot cooler than what the fucking shit they are selling me.
No.
okay?
Like, and the thing is, it's, and I don't know how others like outside that have never learned about it perceive it. Because for me, like that was reality for my childhood, and I'm just like, obviously, like there's like the cognitive dissonance going on where you're like in reality, and then you're like the spiritual side like kind of starts flaring up.
A lot of people get through the rough world with that as their oblivious wall, and that's fine.
Well, okay, so you say like when you found out about the whole infinite wife sex, like there's, because like for me, growing up with just Christianity, it's like, oh, you're gonna die one day. Oh, really? Yeah, you're gonna die one day. I was like, well, what happens when we die? Well, you're gonna go to heaven. I was like, okay, well, what do we do in heaven? You worship God. Well, what else? We're gonna continuously worship God forever.
Well, like, okay,
like,
yes,
what is that?
that's what they teach. Like on a normal Sunday, that's what they're gonna teach in the Mormon church as well. Saint Tit's on some deep shit. Okay, he was down the rabbit hole. You know, he was finding out. You know, what is the fucking?
Well, that's also part of the gaslighting
stuff.
Yeah,
that's like also part of the gaslighting is like they will, you know, no matter what you say, like toward the end, like if you have any disagreements with the beliefs, they'll just try to wrap it up in a different package and be like, well, you were just getting it wrong because it's actually just this, and they'll like find some random scripture that confirms it. It's just
it baffles me because it's like the same like style of Scientology. It's like they get you in with the Sunday program, and then like once you start going to more classes and you climb the ranks, they teach you more. Saeder, I don't know if you're comfortable with me bringing this up, but didn't they have a really weird opinion on black people and why?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Weren't they like lost souls? That's how they explain black people in Mormonism.
There was a book called Mormon Doctrine by Bruce R. McConkie, who was this apostle basically, and like we literally believe like these guys were like called of God, and like the wildest thing, and I even used to believe this, was like they talked to Jesus. Like I used to think like they talked to Jesus in person, like Jesus would just come down and like tell them stuff. And so this book. It's so crazy. Like you can literally get bamboozled and believe anything.
The black people explanation in the Mormon church is like the funniest. Like it's not funny at all. But it's like, bro, we're eating this Kool-Aid right now. Like that's like, come on.
So haven't they kind of like drawn it back a little bit though? Haven't they like retconned the fucking Book of Mormon?
No. Everything gets made like nicer and nicer over time, and like thank God too, because like we don't want to be living in the 1830s with Mormonism. Like they were just, it was barbaric.
Yeah, it was a different time.
But and that's there's so much I could talk about. But basically, this guy, it was eventually redacted. It was basically said like, oh, this guy, he was wrong or something. But during the time, I mean, the church was literally pushing this book, and in the book it said black people were fence sitters in the pre-mortal like existence, and so they just like didn't choose God or Lucifer, like Jesus or Lucifer, basically. And so they're like
purgatory type deal.
So they get sent down to earth as black people, which are like a lesser version, basically. And what was even worse, what was taught was, this might not have been in the book, but earlier doctrine was that they like serve. This is so fucked up. It's so fucked up. But like when they go to heaven, they just serve like a white guy, basically. Like, but they get to go to heaven still. But they're just basically a servant for like another white guy.
And that was,
and you said this was wrote. This was wrote in the 1800s. This was wrote in the 1800s.
Well, that part I think was. And so they will literally just say like, okay, well they were wrong, and this is what's actually accurate. But they also claim that like God's never been wrong, and like his church is always true, and these leaders are infallible.
They're writing it out.
Yeah, they can just make up whatever they want, and ultimately, that's all that matters. I have a crazy story
about Scientology that I heard from my grandma's friend. This is like he's an older realtor guy who owns like a Fort Lauderdale, a bunch of apartments all over the country. Super well-off guy, but he has a bunch of sisters. One is a nun. One was like full-on into Scientology. One is like a full-on atheist, and they like all had like these different, like very devout in their religions. And his one sister that was like super into Scientology, like very high ranking, because it ranks up and then they tell you more, like you were saying. So she decides to leave the Church of Scientology, and she literally gets followed around for years.
Know you could do that.
Yeah, they'll do that.
You're not supposed to.
Can't.
You're not supposed to. Yeah. So like he was telling me the story of how she literally got chased down like through the states and tracked down by these people, and she would just notice them like sitting behind her in restaurants and shit. It was
so
wild.
No, it's terrifying. And I don't know if Tyler, you've seen that like graphic of the like the whole plan of salvation where it shows like pre-mortal life, earth, and then it shows the three kingdoms, and then it shows the outer darkness, and the only people that go to outer darkness are the people in the church that decide like to leave the church. So basically like rapists and like child predators and just murderers, they're all going to like a kingdom that Joseph Smith,
they all
who
still
is
go
like,
to heaven.
Like that is basically heaven. But the people that leave the Mormon church and do nothing wrong, they just leave it, basically go to outer darkness, which is they go live with Satan.
Right.
Dude, I'm going to hell, dude.
That's fucking wild. Did I tell the story of when I went to a Scientologist I guess sermon on the podcast before? Did I ever tell that story?
I don't remember that.
No, okay, before we jump to that, I will say, dude, I think Scientology is Mormon on crack, bro. Like, those guys really do freak me out. Like, they're like, fuck,
I didn't go because I was interested. Let me, like, we'll set that as the floor.
Like, Scientology, they're on a different fucking crackhead level. Anyway, sorry,
no, it's like, Scientology is
So why did you
insane.
go to this sermon? Why'd you go?
Okay, so I grew up, like, my family wasn't particularly religious, but we went to church, like, almost every Sunday as more of, like, a social thing, and I fucking hated going to church, okay? I never, like, even close to bought into it, and I would complain every time. So in 8th grade, I went to a Presbyterian church. You can do something called confirmation, which I think the Catholics also do. I don't know, but it's like basically summer school for religion. You do it once a week during the summer.
Yeah.
And my parents were like, all right, if you do confirmation, you graduate from confirmation, you can decide whether or not you want to come to church with us. And I'm like, fucking deal, because I'm not going to go. Like, I'm just going to do confirmation. I'm never going to this shit again. And so I did it. And one of the like lessons that we had to do, one of our like pieces of homework, is we had to go to a sermon of a different religion. And like take notes on it and just observe a different faith. And I don't know how this came about, but like a big group of us were like, dude, let's go to Scientology. All right. Bro. So we did. There were like probably 4 or 5 kids.
8th graders.
Yeah, as 8th graders. 4 or 5 kids and like our mentors, which were like our adult Jesus guides or some shit. I don't remember. So it was a big group of us, like 10 of us. And we went to the big Scientologist church in Arizona, which we have a really big Scientologist church here. It's one of the.
It makes sense to be in
one
Arizona
of the big dogs. Yeah, it's actually kind of close to my house, I think. No docs, Reno, but we went, and I think they kind of gave us like a watered down version because they knew like we're not gonna buy into the religion. Like we're here as an assignment. We just want to observe. Yeah, so they didn't take like our personal information or do like the Thetan level measurement or like
I want to do
try
that.
to sell us anything.
No, you don't.
I do too, but the results are always, oh, your Thetans are low, come to the church. Anyway, they don't have like a big grand hall like you would in a normal church with like pews and stuff like that. There's none of that in Scientology. What they have is like little fucking office rooms. It looked like an office building almost. And we go and there's probably like 20, 30 folding chairs just kind of like sat in a room all facing one side. And there's a big like podium at the front with a fucking comically large book. I don't even know what book it is. I don't know what fucking book they read in Scientology, but I'm not kidding. It was like a 4-foot book.
How much do you think that bad boy weighed? Like, what do you think weight-wise?
It was easily 80 pounds. Like, it was huge. No, it was like a joke.
A 4-foot book?
Yeah.
So it was like a video game
2
book.
foot wide
like
when you
some
open
shit
it
you'd
up.
see in, like, Diablo or something. Like, about
Yeah,
a fucking...
no, like literally
the witch's
joke.
tome. Like,
I think they just wanted to make it, like, imposing. It was the idea. And that was it. And he, like, read a few... I guess they were passages. I don't know
did he
what
read
they
from the
were.
book, though? Did he read from the book?
Yeah.
How was opening the book? Do you have to like?
It was already open when we got in there. I don't think they closed it.
Everywhere.
It was open the whole time. It's a brand new book. It's not some
that
old
would be
tome,
so
bro.
funny if like
Scientology is like 30 years old. You know,
like, open the book up. That'd be so
it's like
funny.
Gandalf the Grey is naming your house real quick, dude.
And it didn't even strike me as like religious literature. It was like self-help phrases is what it was. It was like I will actualize myself. I will discover my true desires. Like, I will achieve greatness. And he would say things like that, and he would make us repeat them in unison no less than 10 times each for each phrase.
Dude.
No less?
Like, literally, he'd be like, repeat after me.
It's like
I will achieve greatness.
It's like the articles
of
faith.
I will achieve greatness. I will achieve greatness. Everyone's like, I will. Literally, like 10 times. It was 30 minutes of that. That's all it was. That was the entire sermon, and then we left. And we got CiCi's pizza.
The $5 buffet.
Shout out to CiCi's, bro.
Yeah, no, it was.
CiCi's got a mac and cheese pizza, bro. They just put mac and cheese on top of a pizza, bro.
I like the
so
dessert
strange.
pizzas. I used to get them on my mission.
Bro, for
like
me,
the
it was the
cinnamon.
Little
It was
Caesars
very, very
pretzel pizza. That shit was...
Except
Okay,
when the salt is
3
like
of them.
in the pizza, like they don't salt it right.
Ooh, that's pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to CiCi's. I feel like if I went to CiCi's as an adult, it would just be completely ruined for me. Because all I have is just fond memories of like how great it was. It's probably
It's
terrible.
ass now, yeah.
Bro, have you walked into a Chuck E. Cheese's lately?
I don't want to, dude.
I can't say I have.
They
dude.
changed the
not
branding.
hung out
They
with
changed the
Ignore
branding,
for
you
a
know?
while.
It looks pedophile friendly. I don't want to go in there.
Bro, I went there with my niece or something for her birthday, and it killed it for me. Every memory I had, I was like, dude, I can't believe I ran around this place.
I don't think I ever went to a
Crazy.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
You
No,
definitely go to Chuck E. Cheese,
Absolute
bro. That's
garbage.
for the budget family,
It's
okay, man?
garbage.
No, we had like a local arcade we went to. That's essentially the same fucking thing, more or less.
It's wild, like those arcades and stuff. When you're a kid, they're just massive. It's like this massive warehouse of just games. And you go there a little bit older, and you're like, this place is tiny. It's
really
actually
is.
tiny.
Four
And
of
it
them are
smells like
actually
cigarettes.
fun.
It's just like, this place sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only way, what you got to do is you just got to go to the modern barcades. There's some really good modern barcades that are good.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, like video game bars and stuff.
Honestly, Dave and Buster's
um,
kind of slaps. If you're with the boys,
Dave and Buster's
not
does
too
slap,
bad.
dude.
It's good.
The
It's
Philly
kinda slaps.
cheesesteak egg rolls there, S tier. If they still have those,
Cheesesteak egg rolls?
dude, they're
Philly
fire.
cheesesteak egg
They're
rolls,
fire.
dude. Ain't no way.
Dude, that
You
is,
just gotta have a
that
couple
is
vodka Red
declaration
Bulls
of war
first.
against
Just
China, dude. Like that
Dude,
is-
just a couple,
Shut up.
couple vodka Red Bulls, they'll taste real good. Okay, man, you'll be.
Dude, they
fine.
taste good sober, bro. I promise you.
You been to Dave and
That's-
Buster's sober?
Have
What are
I
you doing,
have
bro?
I ever led you wrong? Dude, I was a kid, bro. I was like
Oh, okay.
14.
All right, fair enough.
Your taste buds have definitely changed. Everything was good when you're 14.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I get high enough, everything's good now.
Yeah.
We've delved deep here for a while. Do you want to cover like just a couple of these topics, and we'll move on to Twitter workshop?
Before we do topics, I have one question for Saeder. Okay, so I pull up your stream today, and I was looking, and your apartment is so well decorated and so just always clean and just looks great.
Yeah.
Can you walk me or us through the inspiration? How did you make such a it's beautiful. Like that is
Can we do this first? Wait, before you do that, can you just walk over there? Is that a green screen? Because I was thinking about that. I was looking at that, and I was like, that doesn't look real. It's so neat and like.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over there. I can't hear you though, so
that's okay. Go ahead. It's just so neat that I thought, dude, there's no way that's real.
He's sitting on the couch.
Pretty.
He's gonna fuck his date on that carpet right there, bro. It's clean enough. It can take the filth.
Bro,
real
that's
true, dude. I hope he does. I hope he does.
Listen, man. If you let's get that. If the date goes well, all I'm saying is that's a clean area, and that little stool there is perfect for doggy style. It's actually a nice level for you.
Oh, that's
just
smart.
put it out
Dude,
there.
The little headrest on the couch too.
It'll be comfortable for both of you. I'm just putting that out there.
Every single girl you bring over there is going to be thoroughly impressed with that living room. Like you have no idea.
That's true too.
Like,
they're gonna think you have a girlfriend and you're cheating on her. Like that's what they're gonna think.
Like
dude.
it is. I don't know where I saw the picture the other day or meme where like, okay, I will say sometimes when you sit exactly like that in the chair, I can't unsee the pineapple now because like the way
the pineapple.
Yeah. Oh, why'd you say that, dude?
And now I can't change it either because if I move it, then they're gonna think I was self-conscious about it. So now I just have to keep it there.
You're like can we throw that up? Can we throw up the Coliseum claw guy like right next to him?
That's what Olive did already.
Pineapple guy, bro.
Olive did.
But
did you decorate that yourself? Is that all you?
How?
Yeah, no, this is just the residue from taking a bunch of mushrooms. Like that's actually what all it is.
Respect.
Dude, that actually checks out so much. Like 3 mushroom trips ago, I realized I need to paint my bedroom and we need to buy more green plants for inside the house, dude.
Yeah. No, that's like just straight up. Like before any sort of like hallucinogen, it was just I could literally have a lawn chair and a TV and I'm good. Like I'm just chilling. And that like all changed. And plus like cleanly, I think living alone as well has just like it's just so much easier to stay clean and organized. Because I feel like I've always been clean and organized, but I've always lived in a place with multiple people that are fucking pigs. And I'm just like, okay, I'll be a pig too because like we're all pigs.
I went to Tasey's old house.
Soon, bro. I'm moving into my first alone place next month, boys.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say, dude, last time I went to Tasey's house, there was one time I opened the fridge and there was like 8 containers of sour cream, and I was like, what's going on here,
okay,
bro?
that was not me. That was a roommate. Okay, that was a roommate, dude.
What are you guys doing here? What's going on?
And to answer your question, I don't fucking know, dude, but they were gone in like a week, so they were used for
a lot of sour cream, man.
They were used for something, bro.
Yeah, like 3 gallons of milk expiring that week or some shit.
Oh my gosh. You're moving in by yourself? Because I remember I was listening to podcasts, heard your move, dude. What's with you and everybody just kicking you out? Like what's going on with the real estate in Arizona, bro?
Well, okay, that's only technically happened twice. It's a great time to sell a house right now in Arizona, I guess. But we lived at my first place for like 3 years. And the old lady who owned it lives up in like Prescott or some shit. And we got like an illegal deal on the house. Like it was so fucking good. We paid like 33% of what we should have. And I think the lady realized that and was like, hey, I'm putting the house on the market. Like, you guys got to get out of here. So then we found this house and we signed a 1-year lease. And like, it was kind of a verbal agreement that will stay for like maybe a couple years. But at the end of our lease, our landlords, technically it's supposed to end this month, but our landlords are like, hey, we're giving the house to our like sick uncle or something. I don't know. I have no idea. And they're like, we're not going to re-sign the lease. So we signed a little 2-month lease to give us some leeway, but I'm moving in May. So go me, dude.
Moving.
And you're not going with the roommates. You're breaking away from the roommates.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought about it for a little bit. Like cost-wise, it's obviously better, but I've never lived alone in my life. And it just sounds so peaceful, dude. It sounds so nice. And I got a whole house, dude. I got a whole house in a great area for like a relatively good price. So I'm pretty stoked on it.
Living by yourself is outstanding. There's nothing like it, really.
So peaceful.
I've never done it. I was Mormon and got married, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same, though. It's kind of the same.
I do have a cave. It is nice.
Also, you'll get the loneliness now. There's gonna be times where you're gonna get lonely. There's gonna be a time or two where you're like,
a time or two? You mean like every fucking night? Yeah.
All right, but you got a date lined up. Look forward to it.
Okay.
There's a light at the tunnel.
I have one more question for Mr. Saeder before we go into the topics, if that's okay, fellas.
Yeah, go for it.
You're Mr. I feel like when I think of the RuneScape category and I think of Mr. Health, I think of Saeder. How is the health kick workout guy going on? Because you got the bike. I remember you getting the stationary bike. That was cool.
Yeah, no, it's just like now I really care about that. I'm turning 29 soon, so I just like really care about like exercising daily and stuff. It's not about like the vanity's sake, really. Like it's nice looking better, but it's just about like exercising every day and feeling better.
Man, all of you guys are
feeling better is way more valuable.
Kind of sad.
Yeah,
dude,
and
we are old.
I've like started cutting out sugar finally. Like I still have like my artificial sugars all the time, but actual sugar, and I'm actually like getting over that hump because I love sweets, and so I'm finally like seeing the light in the distance where I can like not have to have sweets every single day.
What is your vice? If you have your main vice in your life, can be anything. What is your vice? What affects you the most?
I'll be honest,
dude,
like
look at him.
The thing is like I barely play RuneScape. Even like it's RuneScape for me. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but like I've played a bunch of RuneScape.
What is barely? Barely for you is different from barely from Chad.
I guess, and this is all in like the past year and a half. I'd say year and a half. I've definitely toned down RuneScape like massively, like probably to like a 20% number compared to what I used to do. Because I used to play a lot. Like that's all I did, is just wake up and play RuneScape and stream it. So I don't really have any vices though, which is weird because it's like it makes my life boring. But I guess I have like this vision of just like things will get better, and I just have to like just live my life. And the other thing is like I have to become a person that like, because when I think this is the other thing with dating, it's like I want to be like a good partner potentially, and so I have to like learn, like if I can't learn this shit on my own, I don't want to like have to learn this shit with a partner and like have to go through this stuff. So I'm like trying to like become a responsible adult by myself. That's which smart. Is awful. It's literally because everything's just baseline boring. Like I don't even do drugs anymore.
You should just come to Vegas with us a couple times. We'll go.
Like Vegas was.
You gotta find the balance. So, you know, you gotta give into the demons every now and then. You know, even if it's not too crazy.
Whoa, this man.
Everything in moderation, even moderation, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is true. Like I almost wish I had a vice, but I just don't, and I can't smoke weed anymore too. I get too anxious. I would love to
caffeine.
Smoke weed.
I don't know. I guess caffeine's only a vice if it's like an insane amount.
I do drink caffeine, but I'm always taking like tolerance breaks. Which I'm actually happy that I can do that because I know it's pretty hard sometimes. But
yeah, definitely.
But whenever I do a Saeder cast, like I am caffeinating up or else I just won't be as interesting. It's just like an actual necessity.
Yeah,
I need to just take 200 milligrams. And like, okay, I'm good now. I can talk.
I can literally go to the gym with no caffeine, but like streaming and like content creation, I feel like it's like you said. I need it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I'd rather do no caffeine at the gym than no caffeine at stream. Honestly,
same.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like it's more. You get more like when you have that caffeine churning. You're much more thought provoking. Like it's engaging. At least for me. 100%.
You're like for me. It's like I'm not in my head as much. Like I can just blabber. Like I just keep talking. And it's just like I don't even care.
The yap.
And that's literally what you need as a content creator, which is just like funny, but yeah. Especially with casts, because casts are permanent. Like a stream, if I have a bad stream, it's like whatever. If I have a bad cast, it's like that shit's there. Like people are gonna listen to it. People are gonna listen to it a year later, and they're gonna comment like this shit sucks.
I mean, we have to look at that every day. We're looking at analytics, looking back.
I got recommended. I got recommended Based After Dark episode 1, the original with Mofo on it. That was in my home feed. That was in my home feed. Dude, the thing is, what's so funny about that episode is that is actually the most memorable episode because I actually remember where I was. I was walking around like a university at it was actually just the University of Huntsville, Alabama. I vividly remember moments where Tasty's talking, like where I was like on that trail, basically. Like I actually, so when I was listening, I was just like scanning it. I was like, holy shit.
Oh my God.
Like, this is crazy. Those are wild. Those are wild podcasts, by the way.
My favorite is someone who doesn't really, you know, like every now and then you'll find someone who's not like super involved with RuneScape, but then they'll swing by the stream. They'll drop the first time chat. Hey, just found the Based After Dark podcast. What happened to Mofo? I'm in episode 20.
Oh no, dude.
It's funny you say that. I've had a few people who watch my stream who like they started with the original podcast, and I'm like, they're like, yeah, I want to watch them all in a row. I'm not gonna watch the new ones. I'm like, okay. I'm genuinely interested. I'm like, I want to hear your feedback. Like, what do you think about when the change happens? Tell me what you think. And everybody's been like, dude, love the change. The change is good. You guys, I like the way it is now. Like once they finally get caught up. So like, I'm happy about that at least.
The change was a W, absolutely.
It was, yeah. It was a good call.
Yep. Okay. You want to hit a few of these? We can hit a couple. You guys can look and pick whatever you want. I like this one here. It's interesting. Everybody here has a driver's license, right? I just asked just because I know Well doesn't, I think. But I do like.
You don't gotta call him out like that, bro.
Jesus,
I'm just making sure,
man. He just
maxed
his UIM, dude. Give him a break.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't have a driver's license. Dude. He's been endorsed for 4 years. That's why.
I like this. I found one that I want to ask.
Okay, well here's mine. Let me do mine real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you had to retake your driving test, what would be the reason you failed? That's a good question. Also, before you answer that, you think about it. Shout out to the patrons. Thank you for submitting topics. That's from Mr. Roman RS. Thank you.
I'll take this one first, actually,
Go on.
because I actually did fail my first driving test because I had a literal like authoritarian motherfucker in the passenger seat that just like was watching every. The reason I literally failed is because there was 2 stops where there was a white, thick painted line, and I stopped beforehand. No. I stopped beforehand, but he said that you need to stop and still be able to see the white line. Like if you can't,
that's not a fucking traffic law. There's no way that's a traffic law.
It doesn't matter.
Shit up, bro.
If the tires are touching the line, I believe that would be the infraction. But if you're not touching the line,
he said, but I know, but because I couldn't see it, there was no verification that I actually didn't pass it or not. But I didn't.
That's so.
Like, I clearly didn't.
That guy's
and so there was two.
That guy hates his life, bro. He's too into that.
Oh yeah, you just see him, and I'm just like, I
doubt he did. Dude, people that work at the DMV love their lives. Seth, take that back.
True. It's like they love
wrong,
they love the little bit of power.
Mike Wazowski.
That's probably why I'd fail again.
Just fucking hell.
If I would fail, it'd be for speeding. Probably.
I don't speed anymore.
I consider myself a good driver.
Mine would be for using the e-brake for fun. I took a driving course in my prior profession where I got to fucking really fuck around with e-brakes and learn how to use them well. So I probably would have to take the instructor for a nice couple spins with that thing. If the car had it. Depends on what kind of vehicle we got. I almost failed mine though. So this was the tech, okay? I lived in fucking Tennessee in the middle of nowhere. You could either drive into the city to the DMV where you have, the lady up front who looks like she wants to kill you and you have to wait for fucking 5 hours. Or you could drive out into the fucking middle of nowhere in Columbia, Tennessee and go to that DMV where the workers are actually nice and there's like no wait. You have to wait like 10 minutes, usually 10 to 20 minutes. It's just like very low population area. So I went out there. And so this parking lot, when I went, I didn't have to wait that day. I got there and like, yeah, come on, let's go. Let's do the test. I was like, fuck yeah. And the parking lot was completely empty. And I was like, okay. So I get in the car and I just cross the entire parking lot. Because there's no fucking cars. And it would be easier to get to the fucking, to get out onto the road. And no, she almost failed me immediately. She's like, what are you doing? Stop. And I was like, what? There's no, like, I'm trying to get on the road. She's like, that's illegal. You can't just drive across a parking lot. Like, I was like, there's nobody here.
It's actually not illegal.
That's what she told me.
It is in Florida.
You should have punched her in the face as hard as you could.
Oh, it is?
But
in Florida, they have like one-way parking lot. Sorry, you can continue your story.
No, I was just saying, I almost failed though. She almost failed me for that. But after that, I locked in. No Zen, but I locked in. Go ahead, though.
I'd fuck up parallel parking maybe, but otherwise, dude, I've got a perfect driving record. I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, I think I got pulled over for speeding a couple times, but I'm pretty good. If I was to fail a test, it would be, I don't know. The one thing I do is really bad is I like to watch Twitch and drive. I'm just, you never know when you might be seeing a good clip. We got to make sure those BE videos are looking good.
You're working. You're just working.
I'm working.
I'm
on the clock. I got a little phone mount.
You should expense that gas on your
the gas
taxes.
is a tax write-off.
Yeah. Oh no, totally. Yeah, that's what I do. Actually,
remember Mick on the way to Tennessee? Driving,
streaming the drive
the whole fucking time.
Oh, dude, that was so good. That was actually fucking sick.
He had it sick that he had it set up so you could request a song and it would play a song in his car. Like that's cool.
And push to talk. So if you wanted to chat, like every time someone chatted, it would say it out loud.
Oh, the text to speech, nice. Yeah.
If you would have got pulled over and left TTS on, that would have been so funny.
Oh no!
Not for him.
I have a bomb. I have a bomb. I have a gun. I have a bomb.
He's reaching. He's reaching.
There's a body in the trunk.
Yeah.
Oh wait, where's this topic that I wanted to ask real quick?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. What minor inconvenience is the most annoying to experience? I'll
Socks
start.
slightly wet.
Okay, that's good.
Minor
people that stop at fucking yellow lights. Like if the light is yellow and they slow down, bro, I want to reach and strangle them, bro. I swear. That's my 13th reason. Right there while driving.
I'm gonna go. Well, actually, go. I'm gonna think for a moment. Someone else go. I have one, but I'm thinking.
One, like this occasionally happens because I do walk a lot. When you're walking and there's like a person that's basically walking like your speed, maybe a little bit slower, and so you have to like kind of like awkwardly like start walking faster, and you have to eventually cross them. And it's just like, damn, like this.
So
you have like 60 or 90 seconds of just thinking about this is gonna be fucking weird, and I hope I don't scare them. Like I have to cross them sometime. Like so, this is just
speed walking.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you have to kind of like skid your shoe a little bit to like notify them that you're approaching them, because it's like
you make like a noise. Is that your horn?
They're literally gonna flinch, like they're gonna flinch.
You gotta bark at them or something, or grind, be like, oh, just fucking, maybe a little cough come in. I don't know.
It's always the worst when it's like a woman though, because like you don't want to come off as
Amen
like
to that, brother.
Just like, damn, I have to.
I saw T-Papa's face change instantly.
No, it's because you just don't want to like scare them. You're just like, I'm
like,
I'm just trying to
cross.
cross
them. You come up behind them and then
must be nice.
Like,
they're fucking throwing their ass in my face. I'm just trying to fucking work on my legs, bro. Okay, and I'm getting ass in my face.
Yeah, they're staring PJ.
They don't want me to win,
bro.
They don't want me to win. Mine was gym related. My first one is fucking people who fucking camp a machine and just talk to their fucking gym buddy for 30 minutes. That is, that drives me up the fucking wall. But the real thing that I had thought about was when you're on an airplane towards the back and the plane lands and everybody fucking jumps up and was like they're gonna fucking leave when they know damn well that
everyone
they're gonna
does
be standing there. I don't. I just sit there.
I don't do it either, but we know everybody does that. Like
in my defense,
he's gonna look at everyone being
maybe
dumb
if you
as shit,
stretch your legs.
In my defense, I do this, and it's only because I'm tired of sitting the whole fucking time, and I just want to stretch my legs. That's
I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about the people who get up, they start opening the fucking thing, like
they already have their stuff,
like people
just
in the head with
it.
shit. It's like, bro, you're not getting off for their 15 minutes. Just chill.
I know, yeah.
No. If you're just standing, that's one thing. Because I've stood up before, like you. Like I fucking my legs are cramped. It was a long flight. I just stood. But like
you gotta stand and like bend your back. So
I'm talking about the people who are like stressed out, like standing up, they're grabbing shit. It's like, bro, what are we doing? Stop, relax. That's those people.
Oh.
Anybody else go?
Or Mac.
I think
I went, dude. Wet socks.
Oh yeah. Wet socks.
I don't like when it's not like I've never eaten in my bed. Like that's gross because then you get crumbs. But like sometimes I think like maybe Kendrick gets on it, or like if something's in my bed that's not supposed to be in my bed, like a little I don't know, like some dirt or something. Just something in my bed. If I feel it, dude. Oh yeah. I hate that.
You should eat in the bed sometime, dude. It's freeing.
I know you're the fan of that, dude. I can't.
I'm a bed eater, man.
I eat in the bed.
You got to be careful, dude. You got to be careful for like special occasions.
Yeah, I ate some ice cream in bed a while ago, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. I feel like shit. This feels
Hear me
awful.
out for eating in the bed. This is what I do. This is my eating in the bed. I have to be drunk, okay? I have to be drunk, and then it has to be... I will order a large meal and I will eat it in the bed. And like, it's okay, dude. If it gets, I literally sometimes
the way you're
even
describing this, you did not eat that meal. You made love, brother.
Somebody, dude, I did. Sometimes, and that's the thing. You say that, that's just funny because I literally will have a sheet just in case, like for the next day. I'll just change the sheets, dude.
Oh, that's smart.
A lot of times I'll line this up too with when I'm about to change the sheet. That way, like it's we going out with a bang and we're eating in the bed. You know?
My god, dude!
Hey, give it a shot. Give it a try, bro. I'm telling you,
dude. I've ate the most heinous things in the bed before, bro. I've had like a gallon of chalk, dude. I've
eating Nature Valley granola bars in his bed, bro.
Jesus Christ!
That is
bad, dude.
Soy sauce in the small little cups in the package. You're trying to
eating both at once too. Eating both.
My favorite videos is a guy is like showing a brand new keyboard. He's like, yeah, man, just got a new keyboard. He opens a Nature Valley bar. It just pours all over the fucking keyboard.
Oh my god,
so fucking funny.
Dude, those fuckers are so
dude, it's
messy.
impossible. Have you ever opened one? You just like you barely touch it. Just
dude, I mean, you open them, and like all four corners are already chipped off.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
It's one of the only foods I try to exclusively eat over the sink.
That's an outdoor snack for real, bro. They're not fucking around.
It really is, dude.
They said Nature Valley. You better enjoy it in nature, or it's gonna be everywhere. It's fucking.
Yeah, literally Nature Valley, but you gotta eat it outside.
You gotta eat that bitch outside, dude. It's fucking. It's an oat bomb, dude. Fucking hell.
I wonder if the spreadsheet got updated. I officially was somewhat picked for an Eiffel Tower question. The last podcast.
Yeah.
So, asterisks?
An asterisk? Are you talking about asterisks?
Yes.
Dude, I've missed 2 casts, so I'm slacking on the. I'm tied with T Papa again now.
Dude, Asterix killed it last cast, honestly.
Yeah.
How does Noble have 66 appearances? We've let him on that many times.
A long time, yeah.
Damn, dude. I'm sorry, Noble. Damn. Dude, how's QNeek still have more than 9 reign? Sorry.
QNeek showed up, like, he was here. He just was raiding. He's in Chambers Eric, but he was here.
That's true. He was working on the head phase there. That's fair.
Here's this topic. Who would look best with an afro?
Oh,
it's hard.
I'm gonna say
probably T Papa.
I'm gonna say
Max.
Dude.
No, Tasty. I like Tasty.
Yeah.
Like a real afro.
A real afro.
Or like,
dude,
are you talking about like the
Tasty
broccoli cut or like real afro hair afro?
I'm
gonna say
Bob
a
Ross.
sleeper pick is possibly Tits.
Yeah,
Tits actually a good answer.
If it's like Bob Ross, definitely Tasty for sure. He can play, especially because like it definitely the afro fits a taller man. It fits a taller man well too. Like he's pretty tall, so like I feel like it'd be.
If I was
bring this up.
Sorry, if I was rocking the afro, it'd be in that from the Will Ferrell movie where he's the basketball player. It'd be the medium size afro.
Oh, what is it?
Oh yeah.
What is that movie called again?
All Stars or
Semi-Pro. That's a banger movie. My favorite part of that movie is when the dunk is invented, when the black guy dunks it, and they're just all like, "What do we?" Like they don't count the points at first, like that doesn't count, and they like have this whole discussion about what it is, and they start calling it the fucking dunk. This shit's so fucking. That's a great movie.
I wanted to bring up the afro because it did you guys, maybe we can talk about this on the page, I don't know. The Behemoth ranking the top 100 streamers, right? That video.
Let's talk about that on the Patreon. That's a good Patreon discussion.
I
was just saying.
I actually watched that.
I wanted to make the point. I think Tasty needed to be ranked twice. Okay, we needed hair Tasty and we needed bald Tasty.
I didn't watch.
It's like Gandalf the gray and Gandalf the white.
Bro, there were like streamers that had like 2 rankings. It was like 35, 34.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk. That's a good Patreon topic. We're gonna discuss Mr. Behemoth, which we work with this guy. Okay. Weird video, that's just my opinion. Weird video, but we're gonna discuss it. We need to definitely need to talk about it. It's like, I was also eating it up, but I was also like, this is a strange video. We can definitely get into it. There's a lot to unpack there for sure. So we can leave that for sure. That's good. I'm glad you brought that up. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah. So you heard him. Subscribe to the Patreon podcast in order to
consider. You can see Saeder more. You get to see Saeder twice. Also subscribe to Saeder's Patreon. What are you guys doing? Honestly, we gotta we can workshop. We need to workshop something for you. We could do that on the Patreon too. Today we're going to workshop for you. It's content. We're gonna make it happen. We need to find you something to put on your Patreon. I'm not sure what it'll be, but we can. I think we can think about it, especially over our little break.
I'm just losing patrons. Like every month, I lose another patron. I'm like, damn.
I will never unsubscribe for you, Saeder. I'm a patron, and it's never happened.
Fucking legend. I'll never unsubscribe.
We'll definitely figure something
guys
out. Did anybody else, or did you just say another topic or no? Oh, you said who would have it at best after? I think Tasty would. For sure.
I'm going Tasty on that.
I'll take me.
Yeah. Let me do this one from one of our top tier patrons, Mr. Lukey. He just is. He's one of the day one homies. Let me read his here. Sure, this is a good one too. If you could go back in time, what's one food or drink you could give to the people that would revolutionize history? That's a solid question. I like that. That's pretty good.
Wait, say it again. Say it. I was watching.
If you could go back in time, I will say 200 years plus. We'll just say 200 years plus. You can bring one food or drink with you. What would you? I don't know. I don't know. I guess because it says that would revolutionize history. So like we need some time, right? So let's say 200 plus years. You bring a food and drink from that far back. What do you bring?
Let's go back like the medieval era, like the castles and shit.
Okay, fine. We're going back to the medieval era.
And I'm gonna bring a bang, bro. I'm gonna bring a bang.
Oh, you're gonna kill him. I was gonna say Four Loko, but they already have alcohol, so like,
bro,
that's all they drink.
Hopped up joust, bro. These dudes are on bang riding
I got a good one.
and just fucking stabbing. That'd be crazy.
I'm bringing back Coca-Cola when it's got crack in it, dude. Legit Coca-Cola, dude.
Good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys.
I'd probably honestly just have like a Big Mac meal for like, Jesus. Just go back in time for Jesus's the Last Supper.
I'm on the Krylax train here. I'm gonna go a Bang Energy, but I'm gonna give it to like Leonardo da Vinci and see what happens. You know what I mean? See what he can concoct up, bro.
Can I bring back pure liquid LSD? Does that count?
Oh yeah,
I guess.
Is that a snack?
Yeah,
it's a drink.
It's a drink. If we're giving them enough, dude, they're gonna be fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Oh well,
if we're take over a small city.
If we're just talking anything that's edible, yeah, it's got to be like LSD or mushrooms. Like that would actually revolutionize history. You just got some.
Well, they had
probably
mushrooms.
Like you and have faith in Bang Energy, bro. We give the entire populace Bang Energy.
But just like think about just like think about like
another pyramid. There's gonna be 3 pyramids.
There is 3.
3
think about like
sorry.
Think like Genghis Khan or somebody, like just giving him like 10 grams of mushrooms or some shit. Like what? Like that would revolutionize history. Like that would be something would change.
You think he would become a pacifist, or he would kill more people? Like what do you think Genghis?
Well, 10 grams he'd probably kill more people, but give him like 4 grams, he might change.
Like I'm not giving Bang Energy to Genghis Khan. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Bro, just that much more of the population would be relatives to him. He'd be fucking that much more, bro. 100%.
Or if he doesn't fuck, like, are we dealing with a population issue right now?
Yeah,
no, we're not, bro.
No,
People pop out.
Well, he wouldn't have murdered as many people either. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They did murder a lot of people. That's what I'm saying. Like if they have Bang Energy, they're like, oh, we can actually only sleep 3 hours a night. We don't need to sleep 8 hours a night. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep the pillage going.
But die at 35.
Fucking hell, dude. I don't know. I can't think of any food that would like. I can't think of like a specific food that would revolutionize anything.
So like
anything updated.
You've heard that like Hitler and his people were like on meth, like just all the time.
Yeah, they were meth and coked out. Yeah.
When was meth invented?
I thought Walter White did it.
That's a great question. Because I know we can ask the guys that did Pearl Harbor, like they were just meth out of their minds too.
It was okay. Well, there you go. Japanese scientists in
kamikaze
1893.
Yeah.
Yep. The Japanese were all
1893. Wow.
Damn.
I wonder what they did with it first. Like they discovered, like I wonder in what form.
No, dude, they gave them little pills. I read because they needed that flight was like pretty long. They needed to be methed up for the whole flight, and they needed to be methed up when they were flying the planes into the boats. So they gave them little
fuck did
pills.
I come back to?
What's up, Tasty?
We're talking about Japanese kamikaze
World War II
pilots
with T-Papa.
and taking meth.
And they gave them pills. I'm pretty sure that the pills were pressed like in the Emperor's logo. So they were just popping like Emperor pills, dude, as they were flying.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
I will say, dude, just from what I've heard, like in prior job from people who've like off the street who've taken meth, like them like talking about the experience compared to another drug. I cannot imagine like the first hit, like whoever took the first hit of this shit was probably like, holy fuck. Because like I've like
when
I've
you don't die, dude, when you don't die right afterwards.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've asked people who've done meth, like what is it comparative to like I don't know, like maybe Adderall or like other some type of stimulant, cocaine, and they're like, it is a completely different. It's like times 100 what that is, and I'm like, holy fuck, like really, like yes, like it's like I can't even describe it to you what it feels like. I'm like, oh fuck, okay. I cannot imagine in 1893 in the lab, bro takes a hit of the first methamphetamine. He's probably like, holy fuck.
Has no idea of the recommended dose.
Because he has no baseline whatsoever. He's just fucking sent. Like, that would be insane.
I really hope they tested it on animals first.
Definitely, probably did.
Yeah, for sure. That's fair, yeah. Or, you know.
But then at what point were the animals are just freaking out? They're like, yo, we gotta try this shit now, dude.
I don't know what happened if you gave like a rat methamphetamine. I mean, it's gonna run the maze for very fast and probably die.
Well, when you give a rat cocaine, food and water, it takes the cocaine until it dies.
Yep.
So
that's what I'm gonna put on your gravestone. I'm gonna put that on your gravestone one day when you're dead. That's what I'm gonna
race has ended. The rat race has ended.
That'd be funny if I did cocaine.
Leave some cheese.
That's true. Allegedly. Okay. Are you ready for the Twitter workshop?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not either. I brought fucking.
Shit, dude. Wait, really?
I can lend you guys some. I've got a few.
Okay, we'll see. One time you let me one that got like 400 likes, so we'll see what happens. Go on.
Okay. No one else has any? No one?
I got one good one.
He's always got.
I've got
good one.
3. Actually, I kind of have 4, but one's a redux of an old one.
Just go through them, you know. It's okay.
Call me AIDS the way I magic with this Johnson.
Oh dang,
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's like got like a loop back around into itself.
RuneScape demographic probably not gonna like understand that as much, but it's a really good tweet.
Yeah.
That's
decent.
You know,
it's pretty good. Pretty good.
It is good. It's good. Very good. He beat AIDS. He beat AIDS.
Okay, I've got this one was just kind of off the dome, but it's. Hear me out. Foe should convert to Judaism to cover his bald spot.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's gonna hit because there's foe in it.
Yeah, that's a banger. That's good. I like that.
And then if he responds or someone responds, then you could like do something along the line, like you could reply again, like just join us, brother. You know, like something.
It's funnier because you're bald.
But no, he has shaved his head though. He is bald now. He's like fully bald, which is why it might be a little late. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if the HLC likes RuneScape so much because it's 11 years old.
Oh my god.
Didn't Eviscape tweet that?
Did he tweet that?
Yeah, I think Eviscape.
That was a submission, so maybe he might have tweeted that. Yeah,
I think he has tweeted that before.
What was? You had one that you didn't tweet last week. Did you already tweet that? That was fun. Like you had 2 last week, and that was fire.
Maybe, I don't know.
I haven't been on Twitter.
I have a redux of an older one. I came too fast. Tough talk from someone who's not going to come at all tonight.
That's heat.
That was I think I might have liked the original one better. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even remember what the original one was. I just knew it was like
those are all good. I feel like I still like the foe one, even though he's like bald now. That is still pretty good. But it is, like you said, like he is already bald now. So. What was the first one again? What was the first one?
On our tour.
Call me AIDS the way I'm magic with this Johnson.
Every time I hear you start to talk about AIDS, I think you're gonna roast me.
I like that one or the last one. I like that one.
Dude,
that one or the last
Krylax, one. Dude, got jump scare with AIDS.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tweet the AIDS one. I like the AIDS one.
Yeah. I feel like most people get that. There's been a lot of jokes made about. I mean, there's a whole South Park episode about fucking Magic Johnson.
There's a billboard in Orlando that has him on it advertising like AIDS prevention.
All you need is $50 million.
Can we all go and take a picture under that billboard together, like as a group?
We'll climb the shit.
With Krylax in the front, you know, because he's a survivor. He beat it. He beat AIDS.
He beat. That's HIV. Okay,
that's
not
one way
AIDS,
of putting it. Well, I technically didn't beat anything because I didn't have to.
He beat that pussy.
You never
dude.
heard
That's
about
what
the
he beat.
femboy.
Yeah,
you never heard the story
thank
about the
you,
femboy. But we'll look at
Wait,
the setup for the
what's
Patreon
yours?
cast.
So I just like I'm probably gonna tweet the one that I didn't tweet last week. Strawberry blonde doesn't exist, you ginger fuck. Right? Like
yeah, do that.
That's what I think I'm gonna do.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And then so
Kind of true, you know.
True.
This one is it's not gay if it's during June. I'm just celebrating.
Tweet that one. That was better.
That's a banger. Yeah, tweet that.
All right, thank you. I will tweet it.
That's a banger.
I just
That's
like
pretty
I don't
true,
like
too.
I had that one, but like it's cool to tweet right now. I don't have to wait till like I was gonna like is that a June 1st tweet? But like I kind of want to tweet it now. Like,
No,
I
just
think
rip
you
it.
can tweet
Not
that
a June
whenever,
tweet.
honestly.
It's better when
okay,
it's not
okay.
June. Yeah,
That was my one question. Like
Yeah.
I can tweet it now, right? And so I'm glad you
Yeah.
guys say yes. Okay, cool.
All right.
I had a tweet in
do we-
mine. I fumbled it. It was gonna be on April Fool's. It was a picture with it was Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein shaking hands, and I was gonna say next Top Tuesday about to be heat, but I fucking forgot to tweet it. That would have been a fucking banger.
That's pretty good. I mean, you can still tweet that though. Is the
I
thing.
know. That's the funny thing is I thought about I could still tweet it and be, like reply to it and be like April Fools. It's like fucking April.
Look, dude,
April
it's
Fools.
election year. You gotta wait for some election discourse to like happen or some shit. Then you drop that,
Okay.
like you know, you
All
wait
right.
for
I'll
some
wait,
heat to
yeah.
happen, and then
Be on the
boom.
lookout for that. Be on the lookout.
Yeah. All right. Are we
Please add
posting?
Pelosi
I'll
Plumpus
send. I'll
to-
send.
Speaking of which,
All right, I posted.
Sent. Beautiful.
That's good.
I'll workshop with T-Papa next week on having a tweet.
I'll bring something. Been a busy couple days, but
Yeah, I've been gone.
excellent podcast, banger. We're gonna go to the Patreon podcast now. We're going to we're gonna go over this behemoth video, the top 100 RuneScape streamers. We'll discuss that. And, a few other things as well. Tasty has a crazy story about how he killed a family of 4. We'll go over that as well. And we'll see you there. Saeder, take
I
us
thought
out.
one's still alive. Anyways.
Thank you guys for listening. I had the pleasure.
Perfect.
All right, don't skip. We have some news for you because we have recently reworked our entire podcast format. We will still be conducting one normal podcast a week, but now Tier 1 patrons will have access to a weekly exclusive Patreon podcast that's going to be even more based and more after dark. We've also updated our other tiers to include perks that allow you to directly interact with the podcast and influence the topics that we speak about. The Patreon will be linked in the description below.